Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm hopping on very impromptu this morning because I kind of had a bad night last night. My eyes are really puffy right now because I cried all night long trying to figure out what to do to quote unquote save my YouTube channel because it's really not doing good right now and I'm really upset about it. I don't want to complain and be negative to you guys all the time though, but I don't want to let it stop me. I have been taking breaks, but I just feel like I want to be doing this because I love doing it. So I feel like there's no point in me taking a break. The way I'm going to look at it is like less than 1% of my audience is seeing most of my videos lately. So I'm just going to post whatever the hell I want and I just don't care what the theme is. But to start, I really want to minimalize my collection a little bit. It is overwhelming. I'm not using everything. I want to be a little more realistic with my makeup collection. So before I start down this journey of, posting whatever the hell I want, well, this is what I want, but I want to declutter my collection again. So some of these videos upcoming are going to be declutters. So I have a ton of brushes. I have a pile of dirty ones behind me. I don't know why I want to show them to you. I think I'm just going to show you my method for cleaning them because a lot of people do ask how I clean my brushes. I share it quite often, but this is a brush video, so I just figured I might as well share it with you. Also, I have brushes on my vanity. I have brushes in my IKEA unit, and so I'm going to go through as many of them as I can. I do have some that are never opened also, so I think we're going to have a giveaway in this video. All of the unopened, unused brushes that I declutter will go into a giveaway instead of a donation this time. I always alternate between giving products away and donating. That's something I like to disclaim in these videos because it is a surplus of makeup because this is my job. So I get a lot of judgment on my declutters also. I'm not trying to be a wasteful human being. So some of my brushes in my collection are well over 3 to 4 years old. They're very beat up. You will see some of my most used brushes. But without further ado, I'm gonna flip this camera so that you guys don't have to see my puffy eyes and we can declutter all of my brushes and see how many we can get rid of. Okay, so here you guys can see my vanity. I have a pile of my dirty brushes here. I'm gonna clean them after this declutter because I know I have more in these cups that I need to clean. But I wanted to show you guys the #1 product that I use to clean my brushes, and that is this bar soap from Dr. Bronner's. This is just like a hemp scented one or unscented one. They come in a bunch of different scents. What I recommend most is, I believe, a 6-pack or 8-pack from Amazon. I'll leave it listed down below. But basically all you do to clean your brushes with this is run some tap water, swirl your brush directly onto the soap, and the brush will come completely clean even if you have like a colorful eyeshadow and a white brush. It really is the best that I have used. I do alternate a little bit between using this and a Sigma brush mat with Sigma shampoo, but I do that when I'm feeling a little bit more of a deep clean. This does deep clean brushes, but it's very, very quick. So this is what I'll do when this video is over to make sure all of the brushes are clean that I'm keeping. The thing about dirty brushes is I am using most of them, so they're probably not going to get decluttered because they're my most used brushes. So the cups that I have are candles from Bath & Body Works that were emptied out, and I put a ribbon in them. And I do have 2 of these on my vanity and then a bunch of other brush holders. If you guys ever wonder where my holders are from, they're mostly from HomeGoods and Marshalls. Okay, so these are my 3 most used containers for brushes. Then we're gonna have a bunch more to go through. These are just gonna be easier because I have these arranged as the brushes that I use most. So basically I need to go through some of these eye brushes from the middle cup because they are damaged beyond repair, and then I will have more room to potentially put some more everyday brushes in here. So some of the oldest brushes in here are from BH Cosmetics. They're very, very old. I rarely reach for them. I know there is one brush in here from this collection that I do still use, but I don't use this one and it's very, very old, so I'm going to get rid of this one. This There's like no name on it anymore. It's just like a random blending brush from BH Cosmetics. This was my first high-end blending brush. It's an IT Cosmetics blending brush. Again, the name is off of here, but I tapped on this so many times that it won't actually stay on the brush. So this is one that I've been meaning to declutter, but I don't know why. I just keep a lot of my first items, but this definitely needs to go. I have a crown pencil brush that's starting to fray, so I'm gonna get rid of that. So this is that BH Cosmetics brush that I'm keeping. This I use to kind of buff out an eye base on my eyeshadow. I don't know why, but this probably now is my oldest brush in my collection that I'm gonna be keeping. Out of these Morphe Jeffree Star brushes, the ones that I really use are the fluffy white ones. I'm only gonna keep those. I'm gonna get rid of the rest of them. I don't use the ones anymore with the pink bristles. This is a Morphe E36. It's like a tiny smudger brush. It needs to be washed, but it kind of fell in the bottom of the brushes just because it's so small. So I'm going to put it in the wash pile. So I am gathering up all of my E40s because I have a ton of E40s from Sigma. They do not all need to be in here. I like to keep a few just because I do go in with these blending brushes a lot. Some of these are the smaller version. Some of them are the E38, which is the smaller version of the E40, but most of these are E40s. This is a new soft blend. Okay, so these two can stay. Let's see. Okay, so E40, E40, E40. This is the Morphe version, which is an M330. We'll keep that one. And an Anastasia version, which is the A12. So I will keep that. So we have 4 E40s from Sigma, and I know that I probably have more in my collection in my drawers. So I am going to keep most of these just because they are still good, but I'm gonna get rid of the older, more banged up rose gold one because I don't think that you guys can get this. So I don't use it a lot because I don't like to advertise things that you can't get. I might be wrong, it might still be available, but this is definitely the oldest. We're gonna declutter this one and we're gonna keep 3 of them. But I'm gonna wash this one because it's dirty. I'm gonna keep one in my cup that I use daily and then put one away. This is a brush that I don't use at all. This is a Morphe M429 Duo Fiber. I just don't reach for it, so I'm gonna declutter that one. These are not available anymore. This was a Morphe R39. It was a rose gold collection, and this is a very, very old brush. While I really did like it, it's starting to be very tough after I clean it, so I'm going to declutter this one. This is a random brush from Aesthetica. I don't use it. It's the C11 brush. I'm going to declutter this. I have tiny winged liner brushes. I like to keep them all until they don't work anymore. This is winged liner from Sigma. I like to keep them in a different section though, so all of these smaller brushes are going to go in a different section. This one I'm going to declutter. It is the small angle E65. I have the silver version I'm going to keep, and I'm going to declutter the rose gold version. I have a silver version of this 3D HD Kabuki, so I'm going to get rid of the rose gold one as well. This is actually painful for me because I feel like now that I'm doing this, I realize why I have so many. It's because I have trouble letting them go. Now let's pull out all of the eyebrow spoolies because this is kind of ridiculous to have this many. Oh, we have another tiny liner brush that needs to be cleaned. This is from Suva Beauty. I think that I wanted to use this with the new cake liners from Anastasia, but I never got around to it. So I'm going to clean that. I'm getting rid of a really dingy Morphe M433 because these are easily replaceable and it honestly looks very dirty. The bristles look kind of scary towards the base, and I'll give you a close-up. This is what all of these brushes look like. This is what all the handles look like on my brushes because I smack them off of things while I'm blending. So there's no need for me to have this many brow brushes because I also have a section in my drawer with my brow products that most of them have spoolies of their own. So I'm going to keep a couple of them, but let's see. I'm going to get rid of the Brow Gal one. I'm going to keep the Anastasia 12 brush, although I do think I have more of that one. I'm going to keep the Sigma because I like it because it's not double-ended, so I don't feel bad shoving it in here. And I'm going to keep the Beauty Junkies one, but I'm going to put it away because I have too many in this daily use cup. I'm going to declutter this Ulta Beauty brush. I don't remember even getting this, and I don't think I've ever used it, so I'm going to get rid of that. This is a really dirty pencil brush. It's from Eye of Horus. I don't reach for pencil brushes that don't have white tips because this is the reason for it. I will rotate between white tipped pencil brushes in a colorful look so that I could see which one is for which color. And so I never use a pencil brush that has no white tip because you can't tell if it's dirty. And so I don't know if that's weird, but I'm decluttering that because I'll never use it. So there's another one of those BH brushes for packing things out. I'm gonna feel them and see which one feels the most sturdy, and I'm just gonna keep one of them. I'm just gonna keep the angled one. I'm gonna get rid of the flat top one. I have so many Sigma brushes that can do that job. I don't know why I keep that brush, but it is definitely the one I reach for. We have another brown tipped pencil brush that I'm just gonna let go of. And now this is pretty well cut down for now. Like I said, it's difficult to declutter these sections because I do use them every day. So I'm gonna put this one back. Now this is an interesting mess because I've got duplicates in here. So here is that 3D HD Kabuki. I think that I actually have two. So I have the 3D HD Kabuki and the 3D HD Max Kabuki that are in here. I have a brush that's not even opened yet in here. Sigma Kabukis are my go-to reach brush for foundation, which is why I like to keep them close. I have an entire rose gold collection in here that I'm keeping. I'm gonna let go of this Bake Kabuki. I just haven't been reaching for it. This is that huge Huda Beauty body brush that I keep in here. I just keep the big powder brushes over here. There's a Morphe brow spoolie I'm gonna declutter. I have so many F80s in my collection. I don't know. I'm gonna have a very hard time letting any of them go because they are one of my most used foundation brushes. This is a dual-ended brush from Cover FX. I've never used it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. This is a Sigma Precision Tapered P86 brush. I just don't reach for this guy. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna declutter it. And I'm gonna try to organize this so that I can put some fluffy brushes off to this side. These are two brushes from Sigma that I could replace that BH Cosmetics set with. The Precision Flat Angled and Precision Round I could use to blend out my eyeshadow base. This is a brush that I absolutely should declutter, but I love looking at it, so I keep it. It is a giant fan brush from Sigma. I just love this brush. I can't get rid of it. It needs to sit here in this because it's its home. I think I'm gonna let go of this old F80 because it is probably the oldest one that I have, and it's time to go because I have so many other F80s to use. I actually have two fully rose gold F80s, but that's okay because I love them. Firm blender needs to be washed. Oh, I can declutter this. This is the NYX Makeup 05 brush. I don't use this. This is the new multitasking brush from Sigma. I just got this, so I popped it in here. I think I can keep everything in here. Let's see, I have, what is this? BH Cosmetics Fluffy Powder Brush. I have two big brushes from Sigma. I love my powder brushes. I think we're good for the vanity brushes. All right, so we have put away, we have declutter, and we have wash. So these are two sets that I have over on the lac shelf next to my vanity. This is why I needed to declutter, because I have these sections of brushes that I don't reach for at all because they're over there, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So if I don't use them, they're going to get harshly decluttered. This is going to be a brutal section of the video, so bear with me. It's just going to be better if I use what I have. So that's the goal here. I'm going to get rid of brushes that I don't think I'm going to use. I have a lot of these kind of mermaid style brushes. I believe they were from Moda. I don't reach for them. I did. They had a time in my life when I used them, but I don't use them anymore. So if I stumble upon any of these, I am gonna let them go. There are a lot of fan brushes that I don't use. This one is from Crown. I'm going to let this one go. I do love my little fan from Sigma. So I'm going to let go of probably most of the fan brushes and just hold on to my strobing fans. This is from Beauty Junkies. It's very dirty. I don't know why I never cleaned this. This is a duo fiber that you could use for blush, but I actually have a bunch of new duo fibers from Sigma. They had a new collection. Sigma is obviously my favorite. There's no hiding that. So I'm going to declutter this. I'm keeping the Bretman and Morphe fan because I really like this. I'm getting rid of this Morphe MB12. It's just so weird. I've never used this. So this is an example of a brush that I like to keep in my drawers because it's dual-ended and you can damage them by keeping them upright. This is a Pixie brush with Miriam Macalage, and I'm just going to keep this, but I'm going to go put it in a drawer. This is another Moda brush I'm going to get rid of. This is a big Luxie brush. I've just not used this. I do like my Luxie brushes, but this one is, I think it came in a BOXYCHARM and I remember picking on it because it's like stuck pointing this way. I'm not going to use it. This is a Laura Mercier fan brush. Really nice quality. I think I might hold on to it just because it's kind of like bougie. I'm going to get rid of any blending brush that's like an off brand of the E40 because I would rather go in with the E40 or one from Anastasia. This big brush is from Morphe also. This is the Morphe MB8. I think this was just like a black line of brushes from way back, I think. So I'm going to get rid of this because I have a lot of foundation buffing brushes. Oh my god, do you guys remember these? This is NYX Picks from Real Techniques. I did a video on this so long ago when I was filming with my iPhone. These were great brushes, but they are kind of like irrelevant now in my collection. They're very lightweight. I kind of like mine to be a little heavier. But this does bring back memories. I'm gonna get rid of this Morphe M459. It's like a baking kind of brush. I don't really use those too often. I do have some from Sigma also, so I'm gonna let this go. Keeping this Morphe M326. It's a really small, good looking smudger brush. I'm keeping the, what was it, nose contour set from Morphe. They look like little artiste brushes. I still use one of them out of the collection. I'm going to keep these. Getting rid of a random angled from Morphe. Getting rid of a Kat Von D, kind of like the 40 HD from Sigma. My oldest stippling brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is another very old brush. Small stipple. Maybe I'll buy a new one and replace this one because this is just so old I don't want to use it. I am going to let this one go. My alternative for this became the small duo fiber from Colourpop. I use that one for primer and for cream bronzer all the time. There's a lot of small brushes in here that I just won't use. So some angled brushes, a liner brush. We have this brush from Kaleidos. I actually want to move over into my cup to try because this is such a soft, beautiful brush for highlighting. Kaleidos is a really cool new brand, so I'm going to pop this over to my everyday face brush cup. We have a Morphe M422 smudger brush. I'm going to let this one go. Look at All Reliable. This Real Techniques brush is also ancient in my collection. It's dirty. It's probably been dirty for 4 years. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm going to let this one go, but it is one of those ones that I would be happy to repurchase eventually to kind of rediscover. I really enjoy this Crown brush. It's an artiste style brush, but it does need to be washed. So I'm going to wash this. A BH Cosmetics blending I'm going to get rid of. So that's going to be eyes. I'm leaving my Sweetie collection from Morphe in there. And I really like this bronzer brush from MAC. It's from the bronze collection. This is an LA Girl powder brush. Very, very soft. I'm going to keep this. I'm keeping the F40 from the titanium. Everything from the titanium collection. I don't even know if that's what it was called, but I'm keeping those. Here is an example of a brush that I completely killed. This is one of my most used F40s, which is the large angled contour. You can see that the metal is completely beat up, and I even cut a piece out of the wood somehow. So this is definitely getting decluttered. I really like this Luxie brush. This is a foundation brush. It's very soft and very nice. I'm gonna get rid of this MAC brush. It's just something I don't really reach for. I think I kept it because of the collection. It's pretty, but I just don't need it. This is another paddle style brush from Jouer. I like to use this for body highlight. I just kind of forgot about it. I'm gonna get rid of this Bare Minerals blush brush. Another Bare Minerals brush that I don't use. Ooh, this is another messy brush. This is, I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna get rid of it. This is from Alamar. It came in BOXYCHARM, I think. I love this brush. It's so soft. I am gonna declutter this even though it's nostalgic. I believe my best friend bought me this years and years ago. It's from The Balm. I just don't use this brush anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. More angled brushes I will keep. I'm gonna get rid of this Sigma Accentuate Highlight. This is a BOXYCHARM brush. I think I remember liking this, but it's not something I reach for, so I'm gonna declutter it. I will keep these big brushes from Sigma. I'm gonna get rid of the LA Girl fan because I already kept too many fans from Sigma. I'm gonna get rid of this Duo Fiber from LA Girl. I don't use it. Same thing with this one. I used it for primer for a while, but then Sigma came out with their Duo Fiber collection, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. This brush is just weird. I can't see myself using it, so I'm gonna declutter it. It's the Pointed Crease E48 from Sigma. It's just really, really long. The bristles are so long, so no. I think I kept enough foundation brushes. This is one that I used to use a lot from Vasanti, but I kept MAC, I kept some from Sigma, I kept the one from Luxie, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I really liked these from Wet n Wild. I think I'm gonna hold on to them just a little bit longer, but the thing is, I'm keeping them for packaging reasons, not because I use them. They are the roses, like the really thin rose stems. So I'm gonna hold on to them, but I probably might use them for like one more video, and then I really don't have a purpose for them other than them sitting here looking pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna pop everything out of these and then clean the containers and then put them back. I'm not gonna put you guys through that because there might be like little dust mites and things in there, I don't know. And then we're going to tackle the drawer that has the new brushes, and we'll provide a little bit of a giveaway for you guys. So I cleaned them out off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and fill them up. I'm gonna do the same thing. Eye brushes over here, face brushes over here. Alright guys, so I'm sorry for the mess. I've got a lot going on in this room right now. I'm trying to organize, but this is going to be probably the most difficult for me just because there's a lot of nostalgic stuff in here. I have my backup of my own Sigma brush set that I will keep this forever. It has each of the brushes in here. I also have another one up on display. So this is definitely something I will keep forever and cherish, and I just love so much. So I feel bad because a lot of these are just brushes that were sent to me that I never got the chance to use because of the overwhelming influx in brushes that I have. So I have a whole bag here from Sedona Lace, I believe. They have a brush subscription, and this was an example of the subscription. So they sent over a bunch of face brushes. There are some little travel brushes in here, and I just think it's going to be better serving someone else. So this is going to be part of the giveaway, this little velvet bag full of Sedona Lace brushes. But definitely check them out if you are looking for a brush subscription. They've been well known for being a great brush brand. I believe Morphe may have a subscription too, but Morphe is kind of like on the lower end of brushes in my opinion. Even though I love them, they do kind of break quicker than the Sigma brushes in my life. But nevertheless, This will be in the giveaway. I'm gonna give away a puff to Laura Mercier because I have a ton of these. These are great for pressing on translucent powder. I'm gonna give you guys an F88 from Sigma. This is a flat angled kabuki, really good for foundation. I have one back in my collection that I kept, so I can give that one away. I will give one of you guys the 4D HD kabuki. If you want to try it, it will be in the giveaway. I'm gonna give you guys the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild brushes. I believe I have 2 of them. I might have more. Oh, I have 3. So I'm gonna give these away in the giveaway as well. So in this drawer, I have a lot of brush sets because occasionally I'll do makeup on other people. So I've got my pro sets from Laura Mercier and Sigma that are in here. I don't touch my own face with those brushes. I clean them between clients. So those are brushes that I will use if I do prom makeup for any girls or any wedding makeup or anything like that. So those will remain in this drawer. And then this is where the new brushes go to die because I really don't have a need for them often. So a bunch of these brushes are going to be going in this giveaway. So this is going to be a huge brush giveaway. I would love it to go to somebody who's trying to build their collection and maybe doesn't have a lot of brushes. Because I can't even explain all of the brushes that are going to be in the giveaway because there are a bunch of different brands. That super long weird brush I'm not going to keep, but I have a new one, so I'll pop it in the giveaway for one of you guys to have a laugh at. There may be some that I want to keep in here just because the ones I run through the most, like the F40 from Sigma, I like to keep because I'll throw them out as they break. But I have a bunch of Laura Mercier that I already own that I can give you guys. Also, some brushes from Stilazzi that I just never got the chance to use. I'm going to give away some Japanesque brushes as well. And I'm going to pop in some of my favorites because why not? We have the E33 Detailed Blending. I'll give you guys an F40 Large Angled because I do have a few backups in here that I'm seeing. Some angled liner brushes. I'll give one of you guys the E27, which is the pride of my existence. I love this brush. Also in this drawer are collections I like to keep together. So we have a 4D HD Kabuki in this pink bag here. This is something that I'll reach for when I'm doing a specific video. So if I'm doing a pink themed video, maybe I'll whip this out. Every year, Sigma does a really beautiful product or collection for breast cancer awareness in October, and I love them for that, and I love the makeup bags, so I'll never get rid of them. I have the Colourpop Bare Necessities brushes. Again, I like to keep them together just in case I'm going to do a dedicated video or I want to share these products. That's the thing. This is my job to share these things with people. So that's why I'm kind of like hoarding them. Also, we have another set from Sigma, which was a breast cancer awareness set. This was all pink brushes. And the fact that I did a look and didn't clean these is so disturbing. So I'm going to keep the bag in here, but these need to be washed. These are all brand new brushes from Alter Ego that I want to try. So these are going in the new section. And then this right here is backups. And I definitely can declutter some of these. There are some old Morphe brushes in here. We have this Ciate London. Kind of reminds me of like the pens in school that kind of, I think it unscrews and you can use a different attachment. I just keep that because I think it's really cool. We have the Hula brush in here, just certain brushes I keep in here. I don't know why. I'm gonna get rid of this Real Techniques contour brush. See, I come in here for Instagram, so the dual-ended Huda Beauty brushes, all of the dual-ended brushes I keep laying down in this drawer because I don't want to destroy them. I'm gonna get rid of the Bare Minerals foundation brush that like collects the foundation. I just don't need it. Okay, so my camera's dying and my batteries are dead, so I do need to wrap this up. But also in this drawer, if you guys are wondering, I keep my mats from Sigma that are great for cleaning. And there's a couple other brush rolls in here with complete brush sets. There's some brush cleaning spray from Bodyography. Certain things like that are also in this drawer. But I will take a deep dive in here and add a bunch of these to the declutter pile. It's just getting really redundant. I'm I'm gonna take all these, some of these big oblong, just large brushes that I don't reach for are also gonna be decluttered, and that will make a ton of space just for me to continue to declutter and also use brushes that are in here. All right guys, so this pile is a lot bigger in person than it looks on camera. This is the declutter pile, this is the wash pile, and we have a couple to put in the drawer. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this declutter. I hope it wasn't offensive. I know that I have an abundance of makeup brushes, but I really do want to simplify, and this is a collection over probably 4 to 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, of doing this job online. In this video, I'm going to be giving away this bag of all brand new makeup brushes to one winner. So I just wanted to mention it because in the video, I didn't give you a good look at the prize. These are all the brushes that I'm going to be giving away. And if you want to enter the giveaway for a bunch of brand new brushes, then just make sure you are subscribed to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment in the comments. It could be about anything, but just make sure there's a means to contact you, whether it's your Instagram handle, email, whatever you want, and I will pick a winner in a couple days. If you guys like declutters, make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. I plan on doing a ton more. I also have a whole playlist full of the declutters that I've already done, but that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and hopefully I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.